in the right place. This is Laughter Talks. I'm going to get my guest out of the green room. Julie Chapin, where are you, Julie? I,
Hello,
I,
Marguerite.
I have this wonderful, lovely lady next to me, everyone. Now, Julie has been a guest before. And what I want to do, Julie, is get everybody up to speed. For those who may not know you, let me give you a proper introduction. Okay. But thank you for being here. Now, welcome to Julie Chapin. Julie has been a guest on Laughter Talks before, as I said, so we're welcoming her back. And Julie is an American actress born in Philadelphia and has spent 30 years as a corporate attorney, married, raised 4 children, and then moved to the next chapter of her life, which is very empowering, and which is to become blazing into the entertainment industry to pursue her goals to be an actress. And within 3 short years, she would go on performing in some 60 plus productions. It's been more than 30 years since Julie was told to get a real job. And today, this mother, wife, and retiree is proving the entertainment industry is where she belonged all along. And this is, as you have been quoted as saying, this is life is better the second time around. And today, Julie is here to share with us her recent and amazing projects, which include, but not limited to, Julie, really, vital instruments, prison letters, ageless love, and human hibachi too. And Julie, thank you so much for coming on as a guest. Welcome. And
Thank you. It's my pleasure. It's
you're
always
so,
fun with you,
oh,
Granny Tino.
oh, you're paying attention. Yes, Granny Tino. And I love it.
Forgot to say I'm now a grandmother too.
Oh, congratulations. That's wonderful. Yeah, I like in your bio the way it states that, yeah, get a real job, because that's what they used to say to us. Like, the real job is motherhood and raising children. Oh my God, that's the hardest one we've had. So, but really, I am so excited. You had sent some pictures that I asked you to, which are in front of this video. But I want to start right out with throwing the ball in your court and talking about vital instruments. I'm putting the picture up right now so everybody can see this. Let's start off with you telling me about this project. What's going on here?
Okay. It appealed to me when I saw the casting notice. I think they said it's kind of a combination of Tarantino's Reservoir Dogs and the scary. It was called Hereditary. It was with Toni Collette. It's a really bad horror movie, and
Oh,
I thought, oh my God, how do you combine that? And then I looked at the script and I had to do this, and I did get cast as the lead witch in a coven. Okay, but the story is
wow.
actually it's about a botched pawn shop robbery and two brothers make an escape, and they have a getaway driver who took them to what was supposed to be a safe house. But when they got there, um, there were five of us shackled to the wall, and I don't want to. I don't want to have a spoiler and tell you what
Yeah,
happens.
don't spoil, because that's something we have to see.
Yeah, and right now, we only have the trailer, but it'll come out, I'm sure, by the summer, and it's going to be quite a film.
It looks very intense.
Yeah. Now, I just want to say really quickly, what was amazing was the backstory. What happened when we went there? We had a COVID scare. On the second day of the weekend we got there, one of the cast found out she had tested positive, so they had to this happened,
Oh,
and so they had to wrap that weekend, and it was like really threw them, and we couldn't get back. They had a special place that they were filming at that they had to rent for that time, and by the time we got back it was already November, and it was very
oh my
cold. It was very
gosh.
it was an overnight shoot, which is very hard for me. I mean, I haven't pulled an all-nighter since I was a kid, but we had many all-nighters. And then the second time we went back up there, 25-degree weather. I
Oh,
had a little, you'll see if you show the pictures, I had a little cotton dress on, but
yeah.
the guys were very professional. And what they did is they got these huge gas heaters. They gave us Mylar blankets. They gave us hand warmers and feet warmers, and between takes, everyone was assigned someone, and they would bring us our. I looked like an Eskimo. I had a
Oh my gosh. So what was coming, you really had stuff coming out of your mouth like for real.
Oh yeah, well yeah, yeah. But the lights and
Wow.
everything, yeah, because the barn that it was in had no insulation. Not only did it not have insulation, but there were holes all over. You could see the
Were you
actual.
okay? So you didn't get sick or anything, did you?
No, no, no. We were very well
Yeah.
protected, given
Yeah.
that. And here's the funny thing: when it came time to shoot, I had to take all the layers off and get away from the room heaters. But the adrenaline was so pumping, that
Yeah.
I did not feel the
I
cold.
believe it.
I didn't know that. Oh, and then the other challenge was I never had to work with a knife and a gun before the way I think I held a gun in one
Oh,
film before, but I never had to really work with it. And they had coaches for combat, they had people there. So we wouldn't get hurt in that
yeah.
regard.
Yeah.
Vital Instruments movie, maybe it's
Yeah.
vital.
That's what probably all the projects. People should always be checking Facebook and Instagram because everybody has the links all over. And also, I'm going to put up for checking your IMDb
Hmm.
because you've got so many. And right now, let me just stop. We're going to take a minute here. I want to show everybody a clip of some of your reel. Okay, everybody, hold on. Let's watch Julie in action.
A simple handout every few months isn't moving you forward, Claire. There needs to be dramatic and substantial changes made in your life. Claire! Claire!
Claire!
And he said, your daughter's passed away.
The news their eldest daughter has just been found shot to death shatters their world forever.
And she just was obviously in shock.
It's clear by her response when Detective Benson first approached her and brought up Joe Terraconi's name.
Renee Curtis's demeanor throughout the trial was very stoic. She showed no remorse.
New school. He'll be the newest skater at Patrick Henry High. Everybody's so friendly and there's always something going on.
During the day, he took odd jobs, like he was a waiter, and that made it possible for him to at night, he did gigs. A good day would be when he would be able to perform.
Funny looking house coats, those quilted ones, and she was just neat. She was just really, really neat.
It's okay. It's Nanny. I want to say goodbye.
And you're a dynamite actress. You really get these roles where you're pouring everything into it. It's tremendous. And also, everybody, look at Julie's commercial reels on her IMDb because it's fantastic what you're doing in commercials. They're awesome. So let's go now into your next project, okay? Tell us more about let's see, we talked about, your faith-based movie, Prison Letters. That's another very interesting project.
It's a miniseries.
Miniseries.
Yeah, it was sponsored by Times Square Church in Manhattan. I don't know yet where it's going to end up, and I'm thinking there's Netflix, there's PureFlix for faith-based.
Oh yes, I watched that. Yes.
Maybe that's where it'll go. But this was the first time I did a faith-based film, and it was great fun. It's called Prison Letters because it's about the Apostle Paul, who in about the year 61 AD was a prisoner in Rome, and during this period when he's in jail and it's terrible, he wrote personal letters of joy, challenge, and encouragement to his friends in the early church. And if you fast forward to the actual series, I just know I'm in the first episode, but I'm a cancer patient with another cancer patient who's just like Paul. She is inspiring. I mean, she could be dying, but she is making people on the hospital staff, that she's uplifting them, and I'm a curmudgeon, and I'm kind of a good foil for her. And that was fun. I had no trouble being a curmudgeon.
It came natural, right?
Yeah. I think as we get older, you got to be careful because that side of one's personality can come out in spades, you know.
Oh, well, I know actors get all involved in their emotions, and we've all experienced some things. So, do you find it takes you to another layer sometimes that you didn't even know was there?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's awesome.
Normally day to day, I'm not a bitter person. I'm actually a happy person. And actually, to tell you the truth, I tried out for the other role, and they said, "Well, we'd like to hear you read for Helen," and they loved me as Helen. And I just, so I said, "Fine." So you never know.
Yeah, really. You don't know what's going to come to the table, but that's really amazing. Now tell us about Ageless Love, which I love that title.
Yeah, that's a fabulous movie. They actually were a contender for both the Golden Globe and the Oscars. Which
Wow.
is amazing, but they didn't get it. They did win, I think, Best Picture and Best Director at the Nice International Film Festival.
Wow.
That's a story that had personal meaning to me because I played the grandmother of the main character back in the 40s in Philadelphia, which is where I'm from.
Oh.
And he was he had come here from Russia. Who knows though? My grandmother came from Russia. Now it turns out I did a check and it's the Ukraine. It's Ukraine.
Wow.
Yeah. But at times that was called Russia. And she was the kind of grandmother we all want. And my grandmother's the kind of grandmother we all want. She was wise and encouraging. And in the beginning of the movie, she kind of sets the tone for the movie. But the movie's about a 24-year-old college graduate who falls in love with a 38-year-old widow with 5 children.
Wow.
And of course, his family was totally against that match. So it goes through that romance, and turns out they did get married and forever were soulmates until the woman died first of cancer. And before the film was actually totally completed, he died.
Oh, how sad.
But that part's very sad, but touching because this was his life's, he dreamed to have his love story. He wrote it, and he wrote it kind of like a Neil Simon play. That's my opinion. It's very nice.
Yeah.
But it was his dream to see this go to Hollywood and be told. And he saw the rough cuts and he cried. It was, and his children said it meant so much to him. He felt it was very well done. And it's a great movie, and it will come out. It will be distributed likely in the summer. I can't tell you where, but the director told me all digital platforms.
Yeah, everything now is, but do me a favor, we are Facebook friends. So when you are getting the information where people can see them or go see them, please share it, or email me and let me know, or I don't know if you can get it on my Facebook page or not, but send it to me in Messenger and I'll share it on my page so people can keep up and go check it out.
I want everyone to watch it. It's a feel-good movie. It's a very feel-good movie, and I feel good. I really feel like I channeled my grandmother. Why?
Wow.
Because his grandmother owned a bakery. My grandmother was amazing at baking, and what she used to do with me when I was little was play a card game called War. Have you ever heard of that?
Oh, I remember that. Yes, that was one of our family games.
And that's what Bubby did with Yale when he was little. So I'm actually playing the game that my grandmother played with me.
Oh.
And there's some other things that I get goosebumps because I think this was just something I had to do. Yeah.
Well, what an amazing project. I mean, that's just to touch those emotions. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Congratulations on that, because that just, you can feel the emotion in it just by listening to you talk about it.
Yeah.
Now we're going to go from that to, you've got it. Okay. I really want the details about this one. Hibachi too.
Hibachi too. Yeah. Now I normally would not.
Too, yes, excuse me.
I would, when I heard about, I would not have gone out for this, but I knew the writer, director, cinematographer from something else I had done with him. And I thought, well, and even I read the script, I'm like, ooh, because it's cannibalism. But when I went to I said, okay, I am the mother of the family that are cannibals, but I don't eat people. I just cook people.
I saw that and I'm going, okay, Julie.
Okay, let me back up though. His first movie, I know, Human Hibachi 1 is like a cult classic. It's in
Yeah.
Tell me all the places it's been distributed in, like 9 places, different continents.
Yeah, and it's a very popular genre. It really is, and they're doing them better and better.
Yeah, and he was so good at the special effects and making body parts.
Yeah, that's an art in itself, really, special effects, seriously.
He won the New Jersey Horror Con Film Festival. He told me he beat out $1 million budgeted film from LA. He's
Wow.
signed to the world famous Troma Entertainment. I mean, if you know that genre, you'll know that's important.
Yeah.
But what I was going to tell you is when I went to the table read, the chemistry between the people and then the humor that came out, it made me think, oh, this is fun and I'll do it. And I'm glad I did. Just to give you a quick synopsis, the first movie was about a man who documents his girlfriend's 35th birthday on his phone. Oh, yeah, the phone. This whole movie is done on a phone.
That's amazing.
Yeah, and so was my movie. The second part, the Hibachi 2 on a cell phone. And there's some of those. I think I saw a movie called Tangerine. Have you heard of that one? It won all kinds of awards. It was done on a cell phone.
Yeah, they're really doing big things with they're such perfect quality.
Yeah, but anyway, in the first movie, a lot of it's very disturbing. But most of the people died, but there were 2 remaining. And the second movie is based on this cannibal family obsessed with the first movie, and they made it their life's mission to find the only 2 individuals left from it and to give them a feast, a cannibal type feast, and that was kind of the plot. And I want to tell you the biggest challenge is the 2 people that were remaining. Okay, these actors, one of them had a family crisis, and the 2 days before filming had to bow out. And this writer, director, cinematographer, instead of saying, okay, we're going to scrap this, came up with something very, very clever. He made like an effigy of that one.
Yeah, they're so exciting and fun to make. Even the little projects I do, I just love making anything. I just enjoy it. It's so fantastic and a great way to live life doing that. So I think there's no better way to go through life than that kind of creativity, really. Now, before we go, I want to ask you this question. I always like for us to be able to encourage people, especially younger people. What suggestion would you have for someone that wants, not even necessarily younger, but like you did, you stepped into this a little bit midlife. What would you suggest to people that want to do this for the first time? What should they do? What would your advice be?
Well, it's funny because you were talking about how you create things and you write things in a variety. I think it's great if you write your own material and I'm not, I haven't written that much myself, but I've gotten together with people that are writers, and I have 2 different groups that one was during the pandemic. It was every week, really. We would read each other's work, and now it's once a month. These screenwriters that I do readings for, but it's that really helps you hone your craft, but it also your networking. When I do, I hope we can collaborate.
Yes,
so good.
Absolutely, and we can get Sam and we can go out together and have a nice lunch and talk about things. That would be amazing. Women empowerment. Julie, thank you so much, and everybody, thank you for being here. And I'm going to say this as I always do: please protect your immune system, everybody. It's only one per customer. And thank you again. And Julie, take care. I'll see you again, and stay healthy and safe. Okay. Love you. Bye.
Love you too. Bye-bye.
Bye, everybody.